Today I'm going to be watching this video. It's called 10 Things the Dutch Do Better Than Americans. And yeah, you can tell me in your opinion, what do you think the Dutch, the Netherlands do better than Americans, America? I'm sure some of them probably on this list, but if there's anything in your opinion that's not on this list, tell me in the comments. I would love to know. I'm sure there's a lot of things. Let's check this one out.
Yes, I'd like a one-way ticket to Amsterdam, departing as soon as possible, please.
Dutch history is packed with significant achievements in the arts, business, and indoor plumbing, and they continue to outperform numerous countries, including the US, in a variety of areas. Here are 10 things the Dutch do better than Americans. Number 10. Happiness. According to the World Happiness Report 2013 presented to the United Nations, the Netherlands was awarded the 4th spot. The US landed in 17th place. Not entirely bad, but not as impressive.
Yeah, so tell me what about that. Again, like you see, I know that the Scandinavian and Northern European countries generally rate higher with regards to happiness. Interesting to know Netherlands is just outside of them as well. 4th in the world is quite an achievement. As a Dutch person, do you really feel that living there? Do you feel happy? What makes you happy about living in the Netherlands? Again, I kind of expected that somewhere like Netherlands, the people would be happier than Americans, whether that's things like the work-life balance, just things like diet, feeding into it. I think the American diet's worse than the Dutch one. I think that can add into happiness and so on, just different things, the outdoor lifestyle and so on. So tell me what makes you happy living in Netherlands. Do you agree that it would be a happier place to live than America?
Number 9. Bicycling. While cycling in major US cities presents a number of challenges, in the Netherlands, bikes rule the roads. It's estimated that 70% of all 4-mile and under treks are taken on 2 wheels. Number 8.
Yeah, I love that part of the culture. It's just so ingrained in Dutch culture to cycle everywhere. Again, that can add into the happiness. Being fitter, being out in fresh air, being active, all makes you happier. So that kind of links to that last one, I think. And yeah, I guess what we know about America, just the size of the cities. They're just so set up for driving cars, which makes it quite difficult, I would imagine. I don't think really anywhere in America has that infrastructure like the Netherlands does when it comes to cycling.
8. Wooden shoes. Clogs have been an on-again, off-again trend in American fashion for decades, but among the Dutch, wooden-soled shoes have been found dating back to the 13th century. Prior to the mid-90s, they were even approved for use as safety footwear, although today it's mostly field workers and tourists who buy them. Number 7.
Yeah, so have you ever wore clogs? It's not something I've ever seen, unless it's when I've been in Netherlands. It's more like they do those like traditional, maybe dancing and wear those traditional outfits. I think generally from what I've seen, it's been more females wearing them rather than men. But yeah, tell me if it is something that anybody still wears. Do people wear them when they're working outside and things like that? Or is it just more like a piece of history and culture now?
7. Childcare assistance. Those in the Netherlands who have children are given generous sums of money by the government to help meet the high cost of raising kids. Reimbursements for daycare are also available. Number 6.
Tell me if you've taken advantage of that as well. We see a lot of countries like America, like Japan, Korea, China having these declining birth rates. Is that the same in the Netherlands as well? How does the Netherlands compare to other countries in that respect? Is it very good to bring up children in the Netherlands? Again, living in Asia, it's not really good. You get like 2 months maternity leave. That's for the mother. Paternity leave is like a couple of days. I know European countries generally are a lot better in that respect as well, but that seems like quite good. You can get reimbursements for daycare, which can be quite expensive these days as well.
6. Speed skating. During the 2014 Winter Olympics held in Sochi, the Dutch team claimed 23 medals for speed skating and also set a recent record for most gold medals earned in this event. Number 5.
Okay, I mean, I actually never had any idea of that. I know Netherlands is great at a lot of sports. I never knew speed skating was one of them. Tell me, where does that come from? Is that been a long-term thing? Is there a lot of investment in that from the Dutch, like Winter Olympic Committee and things? Who's the best speed skater? Yeah, again, that's quite a shock to me. Like, such a random sport. The Netherlands really seems quite dominant.
5. Tulips. They're grown in a lot of places, but only Holland has earned itself the nickname the flower shop of the world. The first bulb was planted in the Netherlands in 1593. Number 4. Free time. The Dutch put in about 30% fewer work hours than Americans do. They make less money, but on average their incomes are only about 18% lower. Plus, they don't spend nearly as much on healthcare. Number 3.
Yeah, so I guess that goes back to the happiness thing as well. Working 30% less is like a huge number actually, and when you see how successful the Netherlands has been as a country, it really shows you like the Dutch people work very efficiently, very successfully. And yeah, with regards to healthcare, what's the deal with that? I've not really seen that mentioned on any other video. Do you have to pay for healthcare in the Netherlands? Is it free? Do you have to get insurance? What's the deal with that? In your opinion, is it a good level of health service you've
3.
got?
Remember birthdays. They're a big deal in the Netherlands, so people make sure they know whom to celebrate when. There, it's common to keep a calendar in the one place individuals know they'll visit every day, the bathroom. Number 2.
I guess that kind of makes sense actually. Like the one place you know you're going to have to go in your house every day is your bathroom. Having a calendar in there, yeah, maybe I've seen people with that. Again, being from the UK, I think we generally keep our calendars in the kitchen, actually, hanging on a wall, on the fridge or something like that. I don't think I've heard of anybody having a calendar in their bathroom. Is that something you've got? Did you ever? Is that unique to the Netherlands? I've never heard that anywhere else before. I've seen like pictures, photographs in the bathroom, but not a calendar. But yeah, I guess that's quite, it makes sense.
Height. Folks in the US have stopped growing, a trend that some attribute to questionable diet and lifestyle habits. Conversely, the average Dutch male is now 6'1", and the mean for females is 5'8". Number 1. Making canals cool. Amsterdam is often called the Venice of the North, as it has a thriving system of waterways that are used to the full extent of their scenic, recreational, and transportation advantage. Venice, California has a few nice ones too, but they're not nearly as extensive. What do you like most about?
Yeah, that's cool. Obviously, I know about the canals, and I think even not just about the practicality, it is really just like it makes the cities in the Netherlands very beautiful and very unique again. So yeah, tell me what you think about them. 10 things the Dutch do better than Americans. I'm sure there's a lot more things in your opinion. Tell me in the comments what other things do you think the Dutch do better than Americans, or the Netherlands does better than America, and tell me what you think about these things. Thanks.